Hey, it's Sam here and I'm back at Bodyworks to do a leg day. Today's going to be a little bit extra because I'm going to do a full tour of the gym at the end of this video, so stay for that and you'll see the other main gym that I'm training in, which has been excellent for me. It's huge here. It's got kind of 2 warehouse spaces knocked together and 3 mezzanine levels, so I'm going to do a full tour of that at the end. And it's going to be a leg day focused on hamstrings. I'm going to pre-exhaust them like the last time here because the knees are a little bit achy from the last leg day from all those hack squats extra heavy. So I feel like I can use less weight and get more out of it if I pre-exhaust the hamstrings with some isolations first. So I'm going to get ready for that, take you through a hamstrings leg day and then a tour of this place. Catch you in a second. Now there's all sorts of leg isolation pieces to choose from in here, and I'm going to do the Life Fitness seated leg curl because I locked in real nice on this one last time and the full weight stack was good for me. So this is the choice for today: 4 sets, a drop set, and then go from there. I've been careful to get the nice seat settings that I had last time because it locked in just right, and I'm going to be fine for the full stack if last week is anything to judge by. Something I was showing someone the other day, a little bit of a coaching session where I was looking at the intensity of the sets, and something I was showing was to do partial reps at the end of your set as a guarantee, or check as a guarantee that you're going to failure. I feel like you're really going to failure if you can't manage the full range of motion on the last reps. So if you get into only managing partials at the very end of your set, I would say you can feel from that that's a good set, and that's my way of making sure of that I'm working hard and intense enough. Set 2, same. I definitely know that what I'm doing for hamstrings is working, because even as I was sat down the other day, it felt more like squished in on my legs, sat on the chair. I could just feel with my hands that there's like development and growth there. It's kind of like that feeling you get when your clothes get a bit tighter when you're gaining, or then the next most noticeable thing is like when you're lying in bed and shoulders and chest feel like more crushed up. But there's the little signs that I look for when I'm growing, that I'm actually gaining, making progress, and it being noticeable outside of my check-ins and measurements. And I really notice that, like feeling on my legs, like on the side of the hamstrings when I was sat down the other day. It's definitely a lot more gratifying when you can actually see the progress. So all these exercises are definitely working for me. Definitely going to stick with the seated leg curls, that's for sure. Set 3, same again. And dropped it down a few notches for the last set here. fatigue's really kicking in now. The drop off of reps between those sets, definitely noticeable. So I'm working hard on the hamstrings. I'll look at something else now. So next up I'm doing the leg press, and I've decided to wait for the hammer strength one because it's got the bigger platform, which is going to allow me to put my feet higher and wider, which is going to keep the focus on the hamstrings, which is the purpose of today. So if I put these all the way up here, which there isn't room for on the other leg presses here, that's going to be optimal for hamstrings. That's set one. Cheers. Yeah. Well, it was good to get a bit of help with the clasp here that puts the brakes on, because it's a different mechanism to what I'm used to. You've got to sort of push it in before putting it down again. It's sort of different to the normal ones that flip out, so that was useful to get a bit of help there. Set two the same. At the moment I'm trying to focus on a bit more precision with my leg pressing. I used to be pressing like over half a ton just because I could move it, but it wasn't getting the stretch in the motion, whether I was doing it for quads or hamstrings. And today I'm really noticing it with my flexibility, that I feel like I need to do more stretching to get my hips more flexible, to get more stretch in the bottom of the negative on these leg presses. That is something to make a note of and work on. Last one. Now here's a piece that I've been really favouring in my workouts lately. I've noticed that with getting the foot positioning just right, you know, that high up one, I can really feel it in my hamstrings, glutes a little bit as well if I get the full stretch on it. But being one leg at a time, I found it easy to hold the machine, hold the frame a bit there and get more stretch and get better range of motion on this one and feel it more in the hamstrings. So I'm going to use this one again. As it went well the last couple of times, I'm going to load up a little heavier though, so it's going to be 3 plates, 20 plates on each side. And I'll do this, then another isolation, and then we'll be taking the tour. But this place is so big, there's so much space. there's 3 leg presses. I only ended up waiting for that one because the platform's bigger, which is better for what I'm trying to do specifically on hamstrings. But this we'll get through quickly. I'll show a couple of sets and then just get on with it on my own, because being 1 leg at a time, 8 sets is a bit repetitious and needless. So I'll load up, do a couple, then we'll move on to an isolation and take the tour of Bodyworks. Alrighty then, I'm going to move this forwards a bit to make sure that I am getting that full stretch. Makes it a bit more awkward to get in, but it'll be worth it for better reps here. That's about right. Just under 12 reps. Makes me think that I could have done to put this a bit heavier sooner on in using it, but sometimes you just have to try it to know. And I'm going to be sticking with at least this much from now on, from how that set feels. So I'll demo another couple of sets, another pair of sets here from this angle, and then it'll be me get on with it on my own to make 4 sets per leg, and then it's 1 more isolation and take the tour. Managing like 1 more rep on my right leg, so I am still ever so slightly right side dominant. There we go. Oh, not that time though. Same for each leg. And finishing up on the lying. That's my last hamstrings isolation move. So I really couldn't adjust that lying leg curl to my liking. I couldn't get the pad right under my ankles, and it was just going halfway up my calves. Couldn't adjust it, there's something jammed in the mechanism there. So that's no good for me, so I'm making do with what I've got. I'm going for the kneeling leg curl. It's pretty much a standing one, but this is the hammer strength one, which I've used in zone before. So once again, I'm not going to do every set, because with it being legs separately, it will get awfully repetitious. So I'll show a few sets here, and then we'll take the tour. Take this a bit heavier. Let's go for 55. Set 2 each leg. I'll do a couple more sets on my own, and then that's hamstrings pretty blasted. Always doesn't feel so much for me to do like 4 exercises in the workout, but then I remember that I'm doing legs twice a week and splitting it up between quads and hamstrings as far as possible. So it's working for me. Obviously, if the progress slows down to a halt, I'll change it all up. So that's the workout done. Pretty happy with that. Got some heavier sets on the seated leg curl. I believe I got more than last time. I'm getting the feeling I need to work on my flexibility to get the most out of those leg presses for hamstrings, but I can continually improve. Definitely happy with the machine that followed that. So all in all, worked hard, good workout. Now it's time for us to take the tour. So this is one of the first gyms that I ever used in London. When I first came to London, I used the old Muscleworks at Hay Street, but pretty soon after that, this is all 15 years ago, pretty soon after that I moved to here, up in Tottenham, Bodyworks. And I've been coming here periodically ever since, and it's just expanded and grown since I first saw it. It's at least doubled in size and then added on the mezzanine levels. So let's take the tour now. So as you first arrive, you've got a huge dumbbell area with several rows of dumbbells, including some new ones. You've got incline and decline benches. Just a little reception here. There used to be a kitchen going on. There's always the doggo here. You alright, boy? He has free reign of the place. And you've got a few fixed barbells, sets of cables. I'm going to walk around the edge first. So that's the old kitchen. You've got a load of machines for shoulders, some bicep stuff. I'm not going to describe every machine, otherwise we'll be here forever, but you'll get a sense of the size of the place. It's just massive. This is like a shoulders area here. You've got the changing rooms. At the back here, you've got more cross cables, military press station, some pretty unusual machines for flies and lateral raises, that kind of thing, all on cables. You got a preacher curl cable machine. You got rows of stuff for shoulders and multiple Smith machines. You got pec deck and rear delt fly kind of machines, like all through the middle here. More Smith machines. More pressing machines, getting a little bit more into chest now. Yet more Smith machines. This is more like the chest area once you get into these machines here. You've got the flat press, and you've got loads of incline benches, decline benches, about 4 flat bench presses up on the mirror. Brings us to the back where we've got a cable station with cable row and lat pull down stations. Into the back room that we started, the legs room, where we started today. We've got multiple seated leg extension and hamstring curls, all that kind of thing there. We won't disturb everyone in here, but you've seen that at the start of the workout. We'll do the ground floor first and then look at the mezzanine levels. So this is the view from the other side of all those incline benches. Then in this kind of centre aisle, you've got more machines that are focused on chest and upper chest, like your hammer strength pieces, massive row of all this kind of thing here. On the right there's a couple of machines for back as well, those kind of rowing, pulling machines. Another flat press and dip station machine, Cybex and Life Fitness stuff. You've got seated calf raises, 2 standing calf raises. So that's all of that side of the warehouse. And these are the cross cables where we took a view from the dumbbell area as we came in. So now we're in the other side of the warehouse, and you've got pull-up bars in between cables. You're getting into some leg stuff now. This is new, the belt squat, but you've got multiple leg presses, hammer strength ones, a few rowing things, more cross cables. There's some of the back machines that we just walked through from the other side. So you've got T-bar rows, landmine T-bar, Rudin row machine, MTS high rows, 3 lat pull downs, more the back stuff this side. You've got more high row machines, you right mate, and you've got more pull downs, more cable rows. You're on a little rowing race there. More back machines that you won't see elsewhere. That Paramount one that I love, that's in one of my other videos. And then this side is like all legs, so you've got different squat racks, sissy squat station, the other leg presses, the V squat, various squat racks and pull-up stations, power cages. There's the other leg press that we started on. Horizontal leg press, another leg extension. So that's the other side of the warehouse, lying leg curl. And we're just looking at that room that I was in at the end of the workout there, and then it's time to go upstairs. So upstairs includes several parts. It's starting to get busy now for the day. I think I got my workout done in good time. It's this room that's just opened, that's got standing leg curl that we just used, and seated leg curl and leg extension. Nothing too fancy in there. So that's all of downstairs. So everything you possibly want with free weights and machines really. Let's take a look upstairs. So upstairs on this side, you've got the rig and boxing bags, various functional training equipment here, that's one. And we're going up the second mezzanine level now. This one's all the cardio stuff, so you've got the Stairmasters, a big row of them there, and then various cardio machines, various treadmills. I'm going to mind my head now, some way too tall for this kind of thing. A row of bikes, and then just under the other bit you've got to duck under, there's more bikes basically, and a few more treadmills. And that's seeing through to the mezzanine level we was just on, where it's the skipping ropes and the functional rig and everything like that. So that's the second mezzanine level. Let's take a look at the last one. And the last one is just round from all the bench pressing area, just next to where we went in that legs room. We've got the stairs here, and up here is all like the abs stuff. So you've got a few rowing machines there, a few machines for abs, a couple more stations for abs, and then you've got the weight assisted pull up and dip and leg raise, another pull up bar, another machine for abs. And this is seeing through to the other side of that first mezzanine level that we went on, where they've got all that functional rig, whatever you call it, all that kind of stuff that I don't use. We'll take a little view down from here. Obviously all the murals on the walls on the main ground floor are bodybuilding stuff, so we can just see Flex Wheeler and Ronnie Coleman there. And that's it. I'll just take a walk through the other way a little more slowly so you can get a better look at some of those things we rushed through, like some of these machines for back. If I just walk through the other aisle to finish, we've got these pieces for back. So this is kind of down the centre in between the bits that were two separate warehouses before. So a few pieces that we didn't see on the first way round, and then joining back to what we did see with the calf raises stuff. A few more bits for arms. And this is pretty much a full tour, so I've absolutely loved training here over the years, and I did a number of contest preps in this gym when I was competing in UK DFBA. I used this place an awful lot, and it's a great atmosphere, and there's so much stuff that you're never really waiting for anything unless you're getting super specific with it. And that's the whole gym. Just leaving the place now to go get some food, but I hope you enjoyed another gym tour. I think that's something that I can continue to do and visit some other places, but my regular places. So, that you've seen in loads of the videos, Bodyworks that you've seen in a few, and I've now done the full tour for you. And then when visiting family, my preferred gym is the chapel in Corby, that one that used to be a church. It was converted. It's so well equipped, you would not expect it. So those are the main three, but I can see myself doing a few trips out. I sometimes visit Monster Gym out in Cheshunt, but it's just like so big that you almost feel like you're getting lost in there, and there's 5 of everything, and I'm not really sure about it, but I think maybe another one that I'm very familiar with that would make a good video would be Muscleworks down in Bethnal Green. I mean, it's not the one that I used when I started in London, the legendary Hague Street one. It's now on Balance Road, but it's still one I use it for one of my contest groups, and it's still one I could do. And then there's another one, Stoke Newington, that's a little bit closer to here. We'll make another good gym tour, but sometimes I find that just changing the gym that you're in can really rejuvenate your training if you've got a little bit frustrated or like tired of what you're doing. It can be another kind of new mental stimulus that gets you excited to train again. So, I mean, I always love training, but sometimes that little extra novelty can keep things going, because let's face it, it's a monotonous activity making progress in this bodybuilding. And for me, having been training 20 years, is extremely repetitious by this point. So having a big repertoire of exercises, different gyms to visit, and different friends to bump into wherever I'm going is all the things that keep me going for me, because my progress isn't like as fast as it's been at earlier points in my journey, and that's why I keep saying that I really enjoy looking after other people, dealing with their programs, because things happen more quickly. You know, it's a little bit more exciting in that sense to do that. So that's something that also keeps it interesting for me, but definitely keeps more things actually happening in terms of progress. So be working on some plans for the rest of today. So I'm going to switch my mind over to that rather than think about my training and my gyms. And I hope you enjoyed the video. There will be more tours, there'll be many more workouts. If you've enjoyed this one, please check out some of the others that are coming on the end screen. and remember to subscribe while it's early days, so you got in there at the very beginning. Have a good week, train hard, cheers.